Hello again, everyone. This is me, Chinatsu. And I imagine many of you guys have probably wondered whether I'm dating someone, whether I'm single, divorced, married, what else complicated on my Facebook status could be. One thing I know is love and relationships are something everyone struggles at least once in their lifetime. But the thing is, the struggles come in like all different shapes. Say you have started a relationship recently. You can't really talk about it to a friend who has recently broken up because it feels a bit awkward. And you can't really bring up the concern like, hey, I'm feeling a bit lonely, I don't know what to do with it, to a friend who is in a happy relationship because you will feel miserable. You don't understand how much courage it takes to talk about it in my video. I mean, I've started filming already, so I can't really stop it, can I? If you ask me, I think it's kind of similar to breaking the seal of pudding pudding. If it's too low, it's boring, but you're likely to get the shape untouched. Okay, you want to go a little bit higher for the sake of excitement, then it's gonna be fun, but you might break the pudding, like it shatters like all over. That's how I'm feeling right now, if that makes sense. I'm taking a risk. I don't know how it goes, but at least I hope you guys enjoy this video. As always, if you have got any questions, comments, please let me know. I would love to hear what you have to say. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you're more than welcome to as well. Alright, let's get right into it. Okay, before we start, so I want to say everyone watching this video must be in a different situation, status. You might be single, have started dating recently, or like seeing someone casually, what else, or like married, complicated, whatever. What I'm worried about is I am not married, by the way, because my status is not married, right? And usually I'm in a place where I tell you guys like, hey, I have done this, I have tried this before, so I would recommend it to you guys too. But as I said, my status is not married, but it doesn't mean like, hey guys, like if you're married, screw you, marriage is stupid or anything. No. And I think you will see soon, but I just want to share what I have gone through and what I'm sort of going through right now. As I said, everyone is different, and I think we all need like mutual respect for that, even though we are on a different path, right? But I think what we are chasing after, what we are looking for should be the same. What is love, right? Usually we tend to pick up like content because you find some sort of like similarities in it. My viewers tend to be from 25 to 35. Most of my viewers are from Japan, and it's really funny. Like I think 30% of my viewers are from Osaka. Like it's really funny, isn't it? Like I'm not from there, like I'm from Tohoku. For some reason, like people from Osaka find me attractive. I don't know. You might have clicked this video because, probably it might be more like an unconscious level, but you wanted to see what's happening in a similar person. Like, for example, I'm 31 now. Oh, Chinatsu in 30s. Like, what is her relationship like? I want to compare mine to hers, right? But the thing is, all relationships are different, even though you might be in a similar group, right? Relationships are about two people, right? One person is different, and then the other person is also different, and then multiple, it's going to be like infinite possibilities. What I'm going to say might be different from your experience. However, let's acknowledge that everyone should be different, right? Especially for this matter, like I have to be vulnerable. So one thing I want to ask you is unconditional acceptance. If I have got the trust between us, I can be more like authentic. I think I can open up more. So is that too much to ask? I haven't spoken about this much, but I've been with my partner for 6 years now. And when it comes to the idea of marriage, if I'm being honest, I'm scared. Well, actually, fear is not exactly the right word. More like confusion. It's not like I never want to get married or like I'm against marriage, but I'm just feeling confused. I don't know what's the right answer. Now, you might say probably it's because you haven't met the right person. Even if like it actually happened to me, I can easily imagine myself like standing there and thinking like, is it actually happening to me? And to be honest, I've never talked about this before, but I think I've got a bit of like Peter Pan syndrome and sort of thing, which I'm kind of unapologetic about it. Like I like myself being like that. Actually, you might find it funny. When I was learning to drive, I was driving and I was like, is it actually happening to me now? Like, am I driving? Because for me, cars are for only adults. And then I used to drive my grandma to the hospital and I was like, is it for real? Like, that's how I was feeling. And this June, I decided to go to Japan for a week and I'm gonna attend my friend's wedding. And I won't visit my family this time. I'm gonna stay in Tokyo and after that, flying to Hokkaido. And then for the very first time, like I felt like, wow, I don't need my parents' permission to go to Japan. I mean, it's not like a permission. I can decide what I wanna do, like, you know, with my money and time and stuff. And it felt funny for me. I mean, liberating, but at the same time, I will be confused in Japan too. By the way, I'm staying in Katsushikaku, Katsushika Shibamata, because that's my favorite suburb. Anyhow, so same thing for me. Marriage is something like, you know, grown-ups do, and apparently I'm not including myself as a grown-up. I think my family is watching this video, so it feels super awkward to say this, but my parents are my influence as well, because I didn't grow up in a happy family. So for me, the idea of family gives me, anxiety, to be honest. And I think I still don't know how to deal with it. I also know that it's about the past, right? Like I shouldn't cling to it. Having dysfunctional family doesn't mean like I'm gonna have another one too. I know that, especially I'm a huge fan of the idea of kirawareru yuki. In kirawareru yuki, it says trauma doesn't exist. Like you're clinging to the past and trying to make an excuse about it. I totally understand that, but I think I'm in the process of sort of not forgiving, but like just processing in my head and letting go what happened to me. Not to me, but like what I've experienced. And if you have been in a similar situation, in my defense, I think we have lived with that concept. I mean, the environment, you know, at least like for 15 years or so, which is such a long time. I don't think it's something like you can let it go in a second. So I think it takes time, but I know it's possible. So I'm trying to, you know, work on it in my own way, like reading books or like understanding myself. And that's why I'm studying psychology online and stuff. They're all helping me. So that's what I'm working on. And another thing, I mean, there's another experience that upset me. This is one example though. A guy I used to work with used to post like all the happy photos and videos and all that on Facebook and Instagram. I used to look at those posts thinking, wow, actually those people exist. I mean, you know, people who are soulmates and they get together in real life. Well, they were together since junior high school or something, right? And they got married last year. And then 1 month later, unfortunately, they divorced. I heard the news from my friends. I mean, my friends and my partner were talking in the living room and I was in the kitchen and doing stuff, like pretending like I was not listening to them. And because of my poor listening skills, comprehension skills, I couldn't understand everything. And also like I was a bit far. But apparently the reason why they got separated was either of them was having an affair. So yeah. And then I tell you, when I heard that, I literally freaked out. Like I was doing something in the kitchen, but in my head I was like, no. So like beep started going on. I can't understand why people do that. And then the world suddenly felt scary. And look, like my world is made of for example, like puppies, dogs, and old dogs, and small dogs, and what else, like Vine compilations and funny internet memes and music and all the good things, like happy things. So in my world, cheating and all the like bullying and abuse and all this stuff, they do not exist. I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to let that into my world. Do you get that? But just, I don't understand why people do it. So this might sound like an excuse, I'm confused. And then the thing is, I usually come on this channel telling people like, hey, you should do this and I've got this answer. So I tell you guys English, psychology, and language learning, philosophy, which is my favorite, right? So again, I usually have answers. But when it comes to relationships and love, I think I've got no answers. But the thing is, look, if you see photos on my social media, I mean, I don't really post, but anyhow, like vlogs or, you know, some videos and photos, living in Melbourne, one of the most beautiful cities, and a long-time partner, like 6 years is quite long, and nice clothes. But then you would never see the storm inside my head, right? I think this is what's actually happening now on social media. You know, people post happy photos and videos, but I think, I mean, I'm a relatively happy person, but I also have got some insecurities in me, but you never see it. You don't really see it unless the person opens it up. Of course, I don't understand everything, but you might think like, oh, everyone else, like except me, seems to be having a better life. And especially when it comes to relationships, you might go like, oh, you know, why happiness doesn't come to me, right? But I think, you know, I'm not going to talk about it in this video, but I also have got some like past scars, which are still in the process of healing. Like I still don't know how to deal with it sometimes, but you can't really see it. Do you know why? Because we all need to put on grown-up mask, and then you have to go out there, you have to go to work and make a living, and you have to get the studies done and come back home, run the house and look after your family, and you know, you have to pretend like everything is going all right. But I think in different forms, shapes, I mean, I think we all have got some scars or stings, and I don't know, like open box that you don't know how to close. I think at least one, we all have got something like that, but again, we are wearing a mask, so you can't really see it. At least if you're watching my video, it's a good news. It's not only about watching my video, but we listen to music, right? And many songs are about love. We watch movies and read books and listen to podcasts about love and relationship, and now you're watching my video. And then what I can say is, at least we are trying to sort of learn from something, and at least we might be hurt and we might be like a bit weak inside. When it comes to love, I think we haven't really like given up on it, right? So if you ask me like, hey Chinatsu, what do you think about the meaning of relationships, or like what is love and all this stuff, I don't know what to say, but I'm not gonna say no. Because if you say no, you shut down all the possibilities and turn around and say like, hey, love is stupid, I don't want to think about it. If you ask me those questions, I think I would say yes. You might go like, hey, they were open questions. You're supposed to say, I think this, or like this is this and that. Yeah, but saying yes is having open mind, I think. If you say no, you don't see anything. You never see anything. But if you say yes, you might see it, you might not, but at least there is possibility. You're open to it. So if you ask me, hey, what do you think about marriage, relationships? What's the meaning of being together? I will say just yes. And I think the answer is good enough for now. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know by clicking the like button. And if you've got any questions, comments, please let me know. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you're more than welcome to as well. All right, I see you in the next video soon, guys.